broken up 30 years ago. Quebec's second referendum on its future within Canada.
Si la tendance du vote se maintient, que c'est l'option du non qui remportera ce référendum. Avec ces images des gens métropolitains. On se cache dans les mains et on recommence!
The victory of the no side was by a razor-thin margin. And so, the debate on the province's independence was far from over. Like other Quebecers who voted in 1995, I still remember that day. But what about those born after 1977 who couldn't vote back then? Do they want to have their say in a third referendum? And if they do, are they ready for the emotions that would come with it?
I had that feeling that the story was to be completed, that it was a trilogy that would end well, but the second part was indeed a huge disappointment.
This huge disappointment was shared with the children of those who voted yes in 1995.
Still today, I told my father I was doing the interview, and he said to me it was so sad when we lost the referendum. Still today, it brings emotions.
Current Quebec Liberal leader Pablo Rodriguez worked with the no camp.
So this resolution...
It was a very polarized period, very tense, and everything was about the referendum. So I would go to CEGEPs, I would go to universities, I would speak on the radio, on campus. I would go and debate in Saint-Hyacinthe, Jonquière, Chicoutimi, Trois-Rivières, Saint-Jérôme. I did that for weeks.
30 years later, the Parti Québécois has a solid lead in the polls.
My job is to win. My job is to make sure that there is no referendum.
For the PQ leader, there is a certainty.
There will be a third one. And the opinion is moving everywhere. Some
artists, such as Lou Adrian Cassidy, are proud to show their colors. And according to two polls conducted last summer, young people seem increasingly in favor of Quebec independence. University student Mathieu Vizina is one of them.
And for young people, it's an opportunity to live the rest of their lives in the country that they built.
Still, some are skeptical about a third referendum.
It's sexier to have a project that is saying yes than a project that is saying no.
For this CEGEP student, another referendum would divide Quebecers again and is not a priority.
When I discuss with my friends, with a lot of people, I think they are talking about how they can pay for their groceries, for their apartment. They don't talk about Quebec as a country.
This specialist in political behavior and sociology says there is a difference between being in favor of Quebec independence and voting yes in a referendum.
But when you ask people whether they would vote yes or no to a referendum for Quebec to become a country, that's a whole different question. There are like strong implications. And so there usually, when we ask people whether they would vote yes or no, we see the support for sovereignty going down.
Professor Mayo asks a fundamental question that the PQ will need to figure out to win over the young generation.
When we talk about sovereignty, is it about making a statement about Quebec culture? Is it a statement about how Quebec is different, culturally distinct from the rest of Canada? Or is it really pushing forward a real political project of a country?
And the leader of the Yes camp in 95 has thrown a large stone into a pond.
Faire un troisième référendum, ça va être dramatique.
In general, when I talk to that generation of Péquistes, they carry a burden. And it's a bit post-trauma.
And so the PQ leader has his own explanation.
People who were hurt might say and do things while they actually agree it should happen. And I know for sure in the case of Bouchard. I know for sure.
Mais dans le fond, le plus important, c'est est-ce que la population est prête à faire un référendum?
We ought to win. It's a responsibility. So we're condemned to a certain extent to being successful this time. It's the only logical outcome given that long sequence in the history of Quebec.
Before a third referendum, there are several steps that need to be completed. First, the Parti Québécois will need to keep the momentum going until the next provincial election in October 2026 and sell Quebecers on the idea of another referendum.